I think I've seen the film 15 times, right? Like, I think it's such a great way to capture like tenacity, love, courage, right? And then like the will to keep moving forward, right? It's just amazing to me. And so I'm here today to, moderate the panel and have a conversation, right? And then I will take some questions, right? So if you do have questions, do save them. Because I think that this is a great intimate conversation that we get to have about like what's next. Because it's great that we watch a film, but then to be able to speak to folks who were documented at that time. I remember meeting with girls, and I was in a leadership program, and someone introduced me. And so mom was like, I said, what is this camera? They're just following us, they're just following us. Like it was just a normal day for them. So I can imagine the process, right? And so I'm really honored to be here. I'm excited to be here because just seeing their journey, right? And what's more exciting is I haven't seen them in so long, so I'm like, oh my goodness, they grew up. I have so many questions. Like, open up your diary to like August 17th, 2020. What did it say there, right? And what I also love is the fact that, these stories continue to inspire us every day, because I'm sure that we're going to leave here more inspired. Maybe we'll start running, right? Maybe Coach G will get us, it just inspires us to be better humans, right? To be better together and to really be one. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, Cecilia, for honoring that. And so we can get started with Coach G and Erica, right?
Yeah, they're on their way.
They're on their way. That's that. You know what it is? It's that traffic there. You're like, I'm a driver, right? So once the map says 1 minute, but it's red, I'm like, this is gonna take 25 minutes, right? So we'll get started with Coach G. All right. I don't know if we need microphones, right? Because we're I need all that. I don't think we need mics, so I'm just gonna put these down. When you're a Brooklyn native, you don't need a mic. Because you're running for the train, you're running for something, you're running towards someone. So I'm excited to be here today. One of the first questions that I had, just as a woman who has we wear capes, right? And then we take them off. And so my first question, Coach Jean, is like, talk to us about work-life balance. Because you make it look effortless, right? You make it look like I'm just gonna show up at 6 in the morning. I'm okay, right? And you're a law judge, you're a mentor, you're a friend, you're a sister, you're a mom, you're all these things. So the first thing that came to me when I was looking at Coach, how work-life balance? Like, how does that look for you on a day-to-day?
Well, I mean, I was an athlete at one point, so the process of getting up early, going either to school or to work was something that I had been doing since I was 11, and then going to practice after that. I'm just doing it as an adult now and in the role of coach. And my day starts at 5:45, and I might not get back home until 9:30 at night, but that's what I've been doing for so long, and in so many different ways. I had 2 sons, no daughters. It's just, I got so used to running from place to place to place, and people, I live in Long Island, and I go to Brooklyn to practice, and people in Long Island who think Brooklyn is another country say, oh, you go to Brooklyn every day? And I say, yes. And they say, how do you do it? And I say, I don't think about it, because if I thought about it, I wouldn't have the energy to do it. So that's how I balance it. I just don't think about it.
That's a great answer. Thank you for that. So I wanted to kind of shift over to our beautiful ladies here. It's so good to see you. I love the praise. I think it's so easy to get up, right? Easy to shift. So, one of the things I wanted to know, was, what was like the most fun moment about this, right? Because there were so many fun moments, right? Because I'm screaming with Coach G, I'm screaming in my bedroom, like, go, I said, go, and then I'm like, wait, it's 2 a.m, let me sit down, like, right? And so I saw there was just so much joy and so much fun. So one of my biggest questions, what was the most fun part of this whole entire film?
Okay, of the film?
Yeah, the most fun part.
Maybe the interviews like this were
Yeah.
fun, because I got to go to different places, like the view, I got to go there, and the view again. Yeah.
I think the most fun part was just showing off, our family and stuff. I like just letting them watch us run and then recording it, and then afterwards, it'll be, if I did bad though, afterwards it wasn't fun. If I did good, they would be like, oh my God, you got that, you did so well. And then Derek would be all tired. So yeah, that was fun.
So, back to you, Coach, another question that came up for me was, what keeps you motivated? What inspires you?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time, and it gets tiring, and sometimes I get discouraged, but there's always new young girls coming out there who are excited and who want to run, and I want to give them that experience. I was telling Cecilia, I had a very tiny girl come to join the team 2 weeks ago, and she had just turned 5. And I was not looking forward to that at all. But she got on the line, and I told her, listen, you have 2 laps. And I told her mother, if she can't do 2 laps without stopping, this is a waste of our time. I mean, I have to be, straightforward with her, because that's the only way I know how to be. And I told the young girl, whose name is Nyla, I said, you have 2 laps. You cannot stop and you cannot walk. Do you understand me? And she said, yes. Go. And she did her 2 laps, and she didn't stop, and she didn't walk, and I said she can stay. Great. And that's how you find girls with that spunk and that spark, and that's what keeps me going.
What inspires you?
God.
Aw.
Inspired you? Yes.
Early.
And dedicated to what he wants to do, and just creative and humble.
So what inspires you?
I don't know if inspires is the right word to use in this kind of thing. Because I'm more motivated because I want my future to be good. So, and I'm in junior year, so things are starting to get very hard.
Real.
And real, yeah, real. I just took like SAT and stuff, and now I have to pick out my colleges. So I just want to make sure that I make everybody proud. So, and that inspires me, I'm just motivated. Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you learned seeing yourself on screen? What do you want to go from? I want to know from that. What's the biggest thing you saw yourself and you're like, wow, the biggest thing I learned from seeing myself?
I guess it would be embarrassing.
Can be
embarrassing.
yeah.
Screen.
Yeah, very pleasant.
I think I would probably say I'm gonna conduct myself better because now that some people watching me, because I'm on screen. And in the movie, I looked great, I think.
You look amazing.
It's just now I'm probably somebody who people look up to and wanted to follow or inspire to do things. Because I also get a lot of messages on Instagram
I want to be like you. I'm like, oh, thank you. I try to get back to everyone.
You can leave them on red. You know you leave some on red, you start some, you know right there, time to answer it, right?
Oh my God. So it's just, so now I want to keep doing, even if nobody's looking, I want to keep, doing well. Sometimes I might not do good, but most of the time I want to make sure that I'm the best person that I can.
Well, I mean, seeing yourself, if you're just a normal, ordinary person and not an actress or an actor, seeing yourself on screen is jarring. And when I see the movie, each time I look at it, I see something else. But like one of my girlfriends who saw the film called me to say, wow, you were just like yourself. And I said, yes, I'm not an actress. That's the only way I can be. So, I guess I see for myself how myself is.
Yeah, I'm a proud, watching the film, I was proud of Brooklyn, and I'm watching, and then at one point, they were mentioning another, like they didn't say Brooklyn, and I heard someone go, Brooklyn, and like I'm sitting down, and I'm like, that's right, Brooklyn, like I'm yelling back at the screen. So, I mentor hundreds and thousands of young girls, right, every day, like I'm out there, and I also mentor moms and sisters, right? So what's the one thing that you would want someone to take away from the film? What's the one either emotion or thought or advice that you would want them to take away really from seeing it and being with it?
I would say if you really want to do something, then it's not going to be easy, that they need to actually work hard and don't stop, because it's not, I mean, it does sound, fun to do things at first, but I know how hobbies can, like start and then just stop, you don't want to do it anymore. But if you really want something, you just got to keep going at it.
I feel like that what we can take away from it is to keep trying, like aside from the sports thing, like it'll always get better.
Yeah.
If you just think it'll get better, or like distract yourself with things like hobbies and things that you think are fun.
It always does get better. The coach, what would you want moms, daughters, aunts, our community, right? I serve in Bed-Stuy, I serve in Bushwick, I serve in Canarsie, I serve in these areas. So what's the thing that you would want folks to take away when you go to the work that you're doing in our community?
I mean, I think the film focuses on girls, but for any young person, I want them to understand that no matter where you come from, there's no limit to where you can go. I grew up in Bed-Stuy, I grew up in a low-income housing project with several brothers and sisters. And there are certain things that I wanted for my life. And I went after that. And I worked hard to get it. So it doesn't matter what you look like, where you come from, or who's behind you. If you work hard, you'll get where you want to be in life.
I'm coming out for everyone. It's just like calling for the J train or calling for the Uber.
Hello. First of all, I'm super proud of y'all both because I watched the movie, and what I took away from the movie was what Coach said. Being someone who lost the use of my legs, to see y'all running, it really touched me, and to hear your story, and the fact that, you know, y'all had was challenges in your life. And I think when the world doesn't believe in you and you have someone like Coach who comes in your life and believe in you, I just want to know, what did it feel like to have her believe in you so strong that this was the end result of it?
It feels nice. It feels great to know that there's someone else, you know, who has your back, especially when, you know, if you know that your mom is going through something and she doesn't want you really to know. She wants to make sure you're happy and you're doing well. But to know that someone else has my mom's back is very reassuring, because, you know, at a young age you can't do anything except go to school and make sure that your future is good and that you're doing well and having fun as a kid. So to know that there's many other people that are around you who love you and want to take care of you is a really wonderful feeling.
I think it was reassuring too, because, you know, like I said, you can't really do much with just listening, or like, you know, just listening. So people who like force you to do what you have to do, it's really nice. You're supposed to take advantage of it, but like, you know, it's nice.
Any other questions? Beautiful. Any other questions? I can't run that fast. Good job on Coach G. Here you go.
I actually don't have a question. This is my second time watching the film. And the first time I watched the film, I actually watched it for answers. I am a coach myself. I've been running for 42 years. I've had girls compete against you guys. I am in the Bed-Stuy area. I grew up in Brooklyn, actually on this side of the park. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. What actually got me into running was doubt. I was told that I couldn't do it. I was only about 12. And a fake signature till this day, my dad does not know that I actually signed a permission slip to join the team to actually prove him wrong. But I saw that it did wonders for me. It made me feel good. And the reason I wanted to watch the film, because I wanted to actually study the coach. Because I've only been coaching for 3 years, but running for 42 years. And I've had parents come up to me, because I have daughters. Oh, you know, I always see you running, you're running with the baby stroller, you're doing this, you're doing that. And I always said I wasn't going to coach until one of my daughters decided to run. And one of them did. But I also wanted to make sure I was making the right decisions. Since I'm a male coach, I have females. So I said, oh, I'm going to watch this lady, see what she's doing. And, you know, see how tough am I doing it right? Do I yell? Do I not yell? Do I have compassion? I'm a male. Do I understand certain things? And you made me believe in myself again that I could actually do this. And then you're taking these young black girls off the street, because that's what track and field did for me. I survived the crack pandemic, AIDS pandemic, because of track. It got me into a very good school. I was a bad kid, that was a good kid, but I didn't have the guidance. Track and field did that. My high school coach till this day is in the Hall of Fame. I see him, and the first thing he tells the kids, just listen to him and you'll do great. I am very proud to see these two young ladies go through what they go through, because I have a 14-year-old, and you said it in the film. They get to this age, they get crazy, then I can't wait till the calmness comes. And I saw the film again, and I'm like, man, this is a good job she's doing. And I just hope that I could do half the things that you're doing for our community, for life and having these young ladies believe in themselves, because it takes a strong person to see light out of darkness. It takes a very, very strong person to see light out. And I was raised by a very strong West Indian woman, and we called her the warden, 5'10". You know, I wasn't born in this country. I came to this country from Panama via Jamaica, learning a whole different culture, called all types of names, but track and field till this day. I ran here, and I'm running back home. I run and do my chores, buy washing machines. I honestly run to stores to do my chores. I don't drive, I don't take the train. I run to work, I run back home to work, just because of what running does for me at the end of the day. So, young ladies that are becoming strong black women, if you continue focusing on your dreams, I was told dreams are accomplished step by step. And every little thing counts. The smallest thing in the world that you could ever think of could become the most powerful thing you'll ever see. Keep up the good work.
That was beautiful, thank you. Thank you. Jean, I wanted to ask you, as an athlete in the longevity of your career from athlete to coach, what have been some of the constant themes and challenges working with young girls, and what additional resources would actually promote better success in girls staying with the sport longer? One of the things is what I'd like to pitch is knowing that the scholarships really need to have a COLA increase a little bit with Colgate, because as we know, college has gotten very expensive. But that's my own personal pitch, but I'll let you answer the question about the challenges and the constancies over time.
I mean, the challenges are always financial. It's gotten easier as I've gotten older, and learned how to manage grants and other opportunities that have come our way. But as far as the girls, keeping them, like I said, on the right path as they get older, there's always a push and pull from all different angles. And it's always sad for me when I lose girls, because I want so much for them and put so much into them. So, of course, I would love to see all of them get full scholarships to college, but even if they don't, even if they get partial scholarships, I would love to have some kind of backup to help them out. I mean, I've actually driven girls to school and bought the things they needed for their room, just to do that final little piece. I mean, our goal is to get girls into college with some athletic scholarship, but the final piece is, you know, can your mother even get you to the school, and does she have the wherewithal to buy you just the basic things that you need to dress up your room? And so that's a two-part question. Having the financial means to keep the team going, to support the girls, and also the emotional means to deal with girls who are floundering, who are losing their focus. As I said before, new 5-year-olds who come to the team give me the strength. They give me the fortitude to keep going after I've coached the team for 37 years now. It's been hard.
Thank you, Coach. Last question.
Hi, Coach. My name is Soul, and I have an organization called Soul to Souls, and I was really inspired. This, again, is my second time watching this film, and I was wondering similar things, like How do you keep this going? Are you able to like keep up with young ladies who are like adults now and, you know, stay in touch with them? And then like, what is your succession plan? Like, how are you gonna keep this going even beyond you?
Okay, so, initially, when I started the team, I kept it going through my paycheck. And I funded the team, really. And I had 2 sons, as I said, and I brought on my sister, Coach Carol, who you saw in the movie, who sometimes might thought was me. And then I got other women to help, because once I had some more children, I got married, you know, I needed the help, and the team grew. I don't have to keep in touch with the girls who were formerly on the team and who are now young women out there in the world, because they keep in touch with me. Oh my goodness. My phone never stops dinging on Mother's Day, on my birthday, on Christmas. You know, somebody's always calling me out of the blue, who I haven't seen in 15, 20 years, and saying, do you know who this is? And I say, yes, I know exactly who it is. And a lot of the coaches, there are 7 coaches now, and 5 of them used to run for me as children. And now they come back. What happens is I see them somewhere and I say, what are you doing with your weekdays and your weekends? Come to practice. And that's how I get them to be coaches. So, yeah, I mean, even some girls who I did lose because they got lost to the streets. I was telling the producer about one young girl who used to stay with me every summer. She lived with her grandmother, and then and I took care of her mostly. She was an excellent runner. Then her grandmother died one summer, and her mother took her, and then she was just out in the street. I didn't see her anymore. I hadn't seen her since she was 11. And 2020, during the pandemic, I get a long text from somebody who is now 25 years old, and it was her. And I had not heard from her in all that time. And out of the blue, she texted me Mother's Day and said how much she appreciated what I had tried to do for her, even though, you know, she had stopped running and lost. And that she realizes now that I was trying to help her, and she hopes to get back to New York and see me one day. And that was really so encouraging to me, because I didn't know what had happened to her or where she was. So even if, you know, I don't have always success stories, I don't always have happy endings, but those type of things keep me going. Now, my succession plan is another story. Those 6 other coaches that I have, none of them wants to be head coach, because it's a hard job. I have to take care of, you know, I have to manage all the girls, and if you know girls, they all have personalities and attitudes and cliques, and then I have to handle their parents, and then I have to handle the coaches. So it's a lot of female energy going on that I have to keep together, plus keep the team together, moving forward, getting in meets, getting grants, finding places to practice. So nobody wants to take that over. And I keep talking about retiring from my real job and Jeuness. And one of the parents will always say, oh, you can't retire until my daughter graduates from high school. But your daughter's 6. So you're not going to be here forever. You know one day I'm going to die, right? And I don't plan to do it at practice. So I'm going to have to get out somehow. So So I'm always looking for that successor. Maybe it could be you.
One last question, right? A real easy one for everyone who wants to jump in. One word that you want folks to take away from the film. When they walk away from the film, I want them to feel what?
Hope.
Wholesome. Great. I just wanna just share, thank you for inspiring all of us. Each and every one of us was inspired. I'm gonna watch it tonight with popcorn and scream at it again like it's the first time, right? And thank you for, representing who you are, being you authentically. Because you were able to be you and convey that, other folks have the power to be themselves and step into their power. So congratulations, thank you for being here. That concludes our Q&A. I'm so excited that I was able to be able to moderate this conversation and, watch it again and again and again and again and again. And thank you to our sponsors who were very generous in their support. And congratulations on winning, because what we do, we get to win every single time, every day, right? Just having these conversations and inspired folks. So thank you. Thank you.